Elevated Coaching, the podcast designed to help group fitness instructors, personal trainers, and health and fitness coaches level up their skills, grow their careers. Hosted by Anna and
Gregory.
That one right there. Two fitness professionals with a combined of over 20 years experience. This show delivers the perfect mix of humor, education, and entertainment.
Humor.
That's true. It's funny just to watch you watch yourself and make faces at yourself. Okay, so Hot Topic Tuesday. I know we did not have a Thursday because really we were just doing an intro for our very first podcast. But today's Hot Topic Tuesday is certification. So you found your passion. You think maybe you want to be a group fitness instructor, or maybe you are a group fitness instructor. But this one is specific to people who are not yet group fitness instructors because we really want to talk about how to get certified. Fun fact, I know he says I'm the fact person and he's the fun person, which we all know isn't true. 30%, 30 Gregors, 30% of all group fitness participants, oh my God, here we go, end up becoming group fitness instructors. Raise your hand if that's you. Raise your hand, that's you.
Why should I raise my hand?
Because that's you. You want to tell your story?
Why?
Because I asked you to.
No.
Do you want me to tell my story first?
Yes.
Okay. So, how I got into group fitness.
Look, I got into group fitness because I was going to the local YMCA and I was taking a boxing class, and I talk trash in any class I'm in.
Shocking.
And I just so happened to be talking to the Group X coordinator at the time, who suggested that I would be great as a fitness coach. And I laughed, and I thought it was funny. Oh, it does black out.
See, I told you. Makes me
And
crazy.
next thing you know, she told me I should apply, and then she told me where to go to get a real quick certification, and I did that. And
Where'd you go? Wait, don't freeze over this.
I went to good old Groupon.
Groupon!
It was 19.
10 out of 10, do not recommend. Don't go to Groupon.
$19.99 to get my first ever group exercise certification.
And how far could you use that certification?
Only at the YMCA.
Only at the YMCA. That's the only place. Okay. All right, so you got your group fit cert.
Yes.
How long did it take you? To pass it?
that?
Yeah. 2 hours? 3 hours?
Maybe.
A day?
Yeah, maybe a day. Yeah.
And was there an in-person component?
No.
For $19.99.
Hey, $19.99. Wait for them to send me the link. Went online, read a couple of things, took a little test. Boom. It was all set and ready to go.
Okay, sure. And how long after that were you coaching?
Oh, I had. It's funny. I actually had the certification before I even got hired. It took longer to get hired at the Y than it took me longer to pass my certification.
I mean, that's understandable though, because you had what, background check, I'm assuming? Because there are kids there.
Yeah.
So you had to make sure that, you met all the criteria of not somebody scary for the people who...
Then I'm trying to think, when did I get my CPR?
Wait, pause. They didn't make you get your CPR before they gave you a certification?
Correct.
Don't do that either. This is a good learning opportunity. Okay. Were you teaching before you got your CPR?
I don't know. I can't remember. I don't even remember when I got the first CPR.
I hope not. Probably they provided it for you. What do you think? You think they provided it for you?
I don't know.
Okay, that's exciting. And then how long before you were teaching? Only because of the hiring process? It does take forever, that process at the YMCA.
I was teaching in August of 2019. Good gosh, 2019.
2019.
Yes, that's when I taught my first class.
And your first class was?
A HIT class.
A HIT class.
That I was scared shitless in.
Were you?
Yes.
Were you so scared to teach your first class?
Terrified to teach my first class.
Do you get nervous to teach class now?
No.
Really?
Why, you get nervous?
Every time.
Ew.
Every time.
That's terrible.
I either get nervous, I have to pee, or I get hungry. And I firmly believe that if you don't have one of those things happen to you, at least for females, I can't speak to males, at least for females, you should probably just retire if you no longer have that, because I feel like you're probably not as excited as you once were, or something along those lines. I don't know. It just feels like, I don't know, I get nervous bubble guts. You don't get nervous bubble guts?
No.
Oh, I get so excited. I know that's shocking to everybody.
No, unless it's, even if I go to a place that I'm not familiar with, I think about all the things that could go wrong. As long as I have music.
Yep. A mic.
Yeah. I don't really need a mic.
2 turntables and a microphone.
All right, tell us your story.
Wait, how much were you paid your very first job? Do you remember ish?
$12.
$12 a class or an hour?
No, $12 hot dollars for what, an hour and 15 minutes?
Of teaching? Or 45 minutes of teaching, 15 minutes early, 15 minutes late?
That's an hour and 15 minutes.
So 45-minute class.
Yes.
15 minutes before, 15 minutes after.
Correct.
Okay. Did you all hear that? Okay.
Wait, but I had to clock in.
So you got $12 an hour.
Yes.
Okay, so $12 an hour. Man, we do a lot for no pay.
For little pay.
And that's before tax.
It's a little pay. So I'm sitting up here trying to find my first ever CPR.
Is that what you're doing right
Yes.
now? You guys
Trying to
can't see
find
it. He's
my-
on his phone.
Seeing my-
Okay, for me, and I think, did I already share this in the first one?
What?
I took 5:30 a.m. cycle classes. I love cycle. It was my gateway drug into teaching, into group fitness in general. And I always say group fitness is the gateway drug into fitness in general, especially for most women. It's the gateway drug into being comfortable in fitness land. So for me, that was 5:30 a.m. cycle classes. Our cycle instructor, I was in Missouri at Gold's Gym. And our cycle instructor actually lived in Illinois, and her husband was a farmer. And so they didn't have like snow plows or salt or whatever. If they wanted it, they had to do it themselves. There was random black ice. She couldn't get there. And we're all sitting there, full class. Jane, she was an amazing instructor. And no instructor. So I was like, well, I can do it. I have a ton of playlists that I've just made where I cycle on my own. If I can't make class, I'll teach. And so I just jumped on the bike and started teaching. I could hook up my music, I just didn't have my own mic. And the next day, Trisha, the Group X manager, did you hear me? Did you hear what I just said?
Group X manager.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I say Group Fit.
Instead of Group Fit.
It's Group Fit. She was like, did you teach cycle yesterday? I was like, yeah. But like everyone was happy, and she said, don't do that again. That's a liability. You can't just teach whenever you want to. You have to be covered under our insurance. And I was like, oh, okay. She was like, do you want to get certified? We'll pay for you to get certified. I was like, awesome. So I got my cycle certification before I got my Group X certification, because at Gold's Gym, and this is how it is at a lot of big box gyms, if they have cycle separate or aqua separate, you don't always have to have a group fit certification in addition to a cycle, an aqua, a Pilates, right? All these different ones. And we'll dive into that Thursday when we unpack all of it. But after that, I went through AFA, and at the time they had something that I can't remember the name of. It wasn't Apex. It was something. There was a name. I can Google it. It doesn't matter. It was $99 plus the cost of the book. So I got the book, and then in 3 months for the $99, you're there in person for a weekend. So you're not just learning the material and then taking a test. You're actually in person learning how to teach. So we would do things like show me a progression and a regression of a squat. Show me different ways to do bicep curls, 3 different ways to do bicep curls, things like that, and then coach us through it.
For group?
Yeah, over this weekend. And then on the last day, you took the test in person, and you found out if you got certified or not, and they printed your certificate off right there. You didn't even have to wait for it, and they would hand it to you, and that was that. So that's how I got certified. I will tell you, and this is an opinion, and you can tell me if you agree or not. because we had very different experiences. It is it is very naive to think that just because you pass a group fitness certification exam, you can
teach tomorrow.
Yeah.
You can teach tomorrow.
Yeah, and you can't. Like, you can't. He's fixing because it keeps trying to go black.
You can be all you can be.
You can be all you can be, but that doesn't mean you'll be good. So.
Oh, you'll be just fine.
So just to like wrap it back to my 30% of participants become instructors, just because you can doesn't always mean you should. And I will tell you, if you do not love music, if music does not make you want to move, that to me is a little bit of a red flag that maybe you should not be an instructor, because music, and we'll dive into music. We're going to have a whole series on music. Music really gets the class to move in the ways that you want them to, where you don't have to necessarily coach and cue and do all the things in order to push the energy that you're looking for. It is a driver of energy that is not linguistic, right? Like, so if you don't love music, maybe this isn't for you, okay? Now,
Wait. You don't have to really love music. You know, people just play anything these days.
You know how I feel about that. Do you remember when I told you you were being lazy for using
you
pre-designed?
You told me I was being the lazy DJ list for using Fit Radio. That's why we're not friends anymore.
Would you admit then we were friends at some point? Gregory loves me. He just refuses to tell anybody.
We're not friends.
So that's caution number 1. Caution number 2, group fitness may not be for you if you think that you are only getting paid to work out. Now, caveat, 99% of the group fitness instructors that I know started teaching group fitness because they're like, you get paid to work out. This is freaking awesome.
Yeah. No.
It's not your workout.
It's not your workout.
Not your workout. You have your own workout. You need to go lift on the floor. You need to go take classes that inspire you. You need to go take all the other group fitness instructors' classes, because you'll learn something no matter what. Especially if they're a really crappy instructor, you'll learn exactly what you don't want to do. Okay? You'll learn exactly what inspires you, what doesn't inspire you. Okay? I took a cycle class once where I would say 80% of the class, this is what he did. That's great. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's great. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Ask me how many times I actually count like that in a class after taking his class. 0. The answer is 0. 0 times have I ever taught like that, because I was so horrified and bored out of my mind that I was like, that will never be me, ever. So take all the other instructors' classes, but don't think for a second that you teaching is your workout. It should not be. You should be doing like 60% of what they're doing. And the other 40% needs to be actively coaching, cueing, looking at your participants, cueing to what you see, figuring out if what you're saying is even landing. What the hell is Jane doing over there? Tim in the back, we don't know what he's doing either. He's got a 50-pound weight. I told him to grab 10s, right? Like, you're going to have to correct things. So do not go into it thinking you're only getting paid to work out, first of all. Second of all, you don't make that much money. If you think that you are going to become the next Jillian Michaels, kick it back, we can show our age. Who was it? Billy Blanks?
Billy Blanks.
Billy Blanks. That's back in the day. Now you know how old we are. If you think you are going to get rich being a group fit instructor, I promise you that is like people who go into acting and think they're going to become Tom Cruise. Okay, the pool is very small of instructors who make a really good living, and usually it's niche and usually it's boutique. Okay, so if you want to hone in and really get into that, you can. I've had people that I've taught to become instructors who within a year have become fairly famous, in the Peloton world or in the oh my gosh, Soul Cycle world. I couldn't think of it. The cycle bar world, the small niches like that. You can make good money. At one point, I was making $120 a class. That's good money. And I was teaching 14 classes a week. I killed my body, but it was good money. So you can make good money, but don't go into it thinking you're going to get rich teaching classes. Cycle?
Cycle.
You cycle.
It was killing my buddy. It was only cycle.
Do you want to listen to my knees? You ready?
That's because you're old. In my swing certification class, the guy said you should only do 75% of the workout.
I would argue that doing 50% of the workout is enough. Do you know that there was a 3-month period of time where I wasn't allowed on the bike that I still taught, and I taught for 3 months off the bike. I never got on it. That's why I'm so good at teaching off the bike. He said it. His words, not mine. Do you agree?
No.
Gregory, don't lie. You said it the other day. Don't lie to the people.
Do you have proof?
Do you think, how about this? I'll reframe it. Do you think it's possible to not do any part of a class and still teach a solid class?
Yes.
In your opinion, do you think it's possible that I could do that?
This trick questions. This line of questioning is suspect. I plead the fifth.
Of course you do.
I plead the fifth.
All right, so let's talk about different certifications you can get. So after your Groupon certification, where did you go to?
ISSA.
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 I was going through AFA at first.
There.
Oh, I was going through AFA at first, and then I went through ISSA because at the time that I was going through these certifications.
I didn't know that. Wait, whoa. You started with AFA?
Yes, COVID.
And then you went to
COVID.
ISSA?
COVID.
Was it all the hoops that AFA made you go through?
No, it's COVID.
Why'd you switch?
Because I forgot we recorded this, and we gotta re-record this. Mm-hmm. I went through NASM for all my certifications because at the time when I was looking at working other places than the YMCA, no other places would take my Groupon certification. So I had to go out.
That's weird. I wonder why.
So I had to go out and get a grown person certification.
A big boy cert?
Yeah.
I went and got a big boy cert.
So I started on the whole NASM package deal and AFA, whatever. You just Google search. But COVID was happening, and no one could go in person to take anything for months.
Yeah, so annoying.
And how I'm sitting here with all this stuff that I've learned over the past, this information that I've learned over the past few months, and I'm dying to go take a test. And ISSA was one of the only companies that you were able to take the exams online. And that's how I ended up.
Got it.
And then I still have credits to go take my test.
Do you seriously?
Yes.
For AFA?
Yes.
Stop.
But, yeah.
That's cool.
Still got one to go take one for NASM.
You should do it.
It's NASM.
It's NASM. They don't like NASM. They don't like it when you say NASM.
It's NASM.
Okay, you say NASM. I'll say NASM because I know the peeps. I know some of the peeps. Okay, so I did go through AFA. I already told you my story. If you go through AFA now, there's not to my knowledge, a current in-person part of it. In fact, I don't know if AFA, ISSA, ACE, ASF, who am I missing? ACSM. I don't think any of them currently run an in-person. Number one, it is...
You mean in-person certification?
Yeah, that has an in-person component. I don't think any of them do now.
No one does.
No one does. I will tell you there are a few that I know of online, quote unquote, in person. I did that with Lifetime for a little over 3 years, where we worked with group fitters who were going through studying for AFA through NASM, and then we did twice a week and every other Saturday in-person Zoom, where there was actual feedback and coaching, where there was actual explanation of what they were reading in their books, where there was actual like, okay, now you're going to get up and you're going to do progression and regression of a squat. You're going to count us in, you're going to count us out, so that you learn the skill in addition to the information. That is invaluable in my opinion. People came out ready to teach and we could give our stamp of approval. Yes, Gregory has done his final presentation to me. He will be an asset to you. And then as the instructor, I would write a glowing recommendation for him to go get a job immediately, because I knew that I could put my name on something that I believed in because I saw him do it. So there are a few that I know of. You're welcome to reach out to me if you need more than that, but I'm not going to take up time and dive in more about that. Because I really only have experience with Lifetime. I haven't dug any deeper with other ones out there. Plus, I have no compare and contrast in terms of money or time. I only know one side. So, speaking of money and time, what do you think the average cost of a group fit cert is? Everybody runs specials, by the way.
Between 2 and 500.
2 and 500?
2 and 500.
I would agree with that. I think
I just looked up NASMs.
I think ISSA, before they're like their normal price, and you'll see this with all of the certifications. You'll literally see it with all the certifications. It'll say originally,
10 minutes.
Originally this, but now it's on sale. They're always on sale. They're literally always on sale. But they've gotten smart, and now they do bundle things together for a steeper discount. Most personal training certifications, you can pick your poison on like, hey, just self-taught with study guides, self-taught study guides plus job placement guarantee. And there'll be like 3 different levels of how much they cost.
It says $299 to $600.
Did you Google it?
I just Googled it.
He Googled it. GTS, Google that shit. Yeah, so I think the last time I looked, AFA's was right around $250, $249, I think, on special.
Ooh.
ISSA's was $639. Oh, ACE. Okay, good. Here you go. AFA $299 to $858. I've never seen a group fit cert be $858. That's got to be a bundle. ISSA, yep, right around $600. NASM, it's weird that they have NASM and AFA different, because AFA is the group fit under NASM. So I would say probably around $250 is going to be the price that you see, between $250 and $299. The nice thing is with a lot of these, not all, but most, there are payment plans. So you can pay $25 a month for 12 months or whatever the maths out to, which is really nice because, like I said, as a group fit instructor, pennies on the dollar. So let's talk a little bit about that. I think I got paid.
I give you an example. Ace right now is $469, but they're running a special right now for $249.40.
Yeah, that's about what you're gonna find. And they all sort of bebop around with each other. It's like going to a gas station. You'll be like, how come this gas station is 30 cents less? And then all of a sudden you'll see the gas station down the road is now 30 cents less. Like, they do the exact same thing. In my humble opinion, and I have been a group fit manager, what do you call them?
Group X coordinator or director.
So any one of those, fill in the blanks. I had that job. I had that job for a long, long time. And I will tell you right now, I was managing boutiques and I was managing very high-end gyms. If you did not have an AFA or an ISSA, I probably wasn't going to hire you. Like, if you had ACE, ASF, ACSM, generally speaking, the folks who had those had less quality of teaching. That's just my personal opinion. Do you have an opinion
Nope.
on
Zero, zilch,
that?
none.
Zero. Not a single opinion.
No.
That's rare. Guys, chalk that one up on the calendar.
No,
It is rare.
Because nowadays anyone can go out and pass the Group X certification.
It's true.
It's just the problem is you don't know what that person is like until you get them in a classroom or do a demo with them.
Yep. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about auditions. We're going to talk about what to expect, how to prep for that. All of that stuff is coming very, very soon. Darn it, I had a thought, and now I forgot the thought. I forgot the thought. Because I got way into what you were saying.
Oh my gosh.
We are going to dive in
You have your book
on...
right there, you forgot?
Yeah,
Okay.
I had an extra thought. It was an important one, and now I can't think of what it was.
Oh, so
I know.
sad.
I know. It is sad. Thursday, though, we're going to dive into different certifications within certifications. So we're going to talk specifically about things like Pilates, cycle, aqua, kickbox, things like that. So we'll dive into that. What the crap was I going to say that really is going to bother me? I don't know.
I gotta remember these days, we're recording on a Thursday and this is Tuesday Hot Topic.
I think that's all I got. So here are the key takeaways for you. Number one. I remember what it was. I was going to talk about personalities. I am an extroverted extrovert. I am a thinker socializer. Like, that is like, what you see is what you get. This is not me acting. This is how I am all the time. It makes him crazy. Yesterday we talked on the phone and I had fought through a migraine. My kiddo has either the flu or strep. I have no idea. So I was very calm. I was very tired. And he was like, why can't you just be like this?
Every day, please. Be calm every day.
I'm just not. I'm like this all the time. So I'm an extrovert. I would say that this one is an extroverted introvert.
No, I'm an introvert extrovert.
I think you're naturally an introvert and you become extroverted when you teach, which makes you an introverted extrovert. Outside of a group fit scenario, introverted. No, you said an extroverted.
No, I said introvert extrovert.
Yes.
No, this is why this is recorded.
Yes,
So we
you
can go
are
back
an
in. Introvert extrovert.
You're an extroverted introvert. That's different.
Okay, same difference.
It's not the same.
Well, why are we arguing over this?
Because I'm right. Anyway, meaning, as a whole, like if I do this, he's like, get away from me. Okay? He doesn't like people. He just really doesn't like, he's just not a people person. He just doesn't like people. But when you get him in a teaching scenario,
It's on and popping.
it is on and popping.
Everyone's my friend in
Yeah.
class.
And then afterwards they're like, oh, can I hug you?
Please go away.
And he's like,
Please go away.
Right. And those are some of the best instructors ever, are the people who are introverts in real life, but when they get up on stage, it's almost like a persona. So they become extroverted. So I don't want any of you watching to think, oh, well, I just, I'm not an outgoing person. Like, I'm not. You never know how you're going to be on stage until you get there. You just don't. So teach a pretend class to a friend. See how it goes. Like, feel it out. Talk to other group fit instructors. Like I said, some of the best in the industry are introverts naturally, meaning once they come off of stage, they don't really want to talk to people. They will because it's their job, they'll help you, but if you try to get all personal with them, they don't know what to do and they're just kind of like, okay, bye now.
Me, yes, me.
Where I'm like, oh my God, what's your Instagram? Let's be friends. You want to be friends with me? Let's take a picture. I'll take a picture, I'll tag it. Tell me everything about you. How many kids do you have? Are you married? What brought you here? How come you took cycle for the first time? Like, that is not.
And that's when you go outside and you look at the schedule and tell yourself, I would never come here again at this time.
We both know that's not true.
That instructor has way too much energy.
He tells me all the time, why do you have so much energy?
Oh my gosh.
I know. Poor Matt.
It's 12:32.
Matt's married to this all the time. Thank you for letting me know.
This is why we pray for Matt.
Pray for Matt anyway.
This is why we pray
All
for
right,
Matt.
so Thursday we will be talking about certifications in terms of boutique certification. So that will be our coaching playbook. We'll dive deeper into certifications, but definitely do your homework. Figure out how long things are going to take. Figure out what kind of classes you want to take. Highly recommend either AFA or ISSA. We are not paid to say that at all. But those are the ones that I am the most comfortable with and the one that I hired for the most. So that's my 2 cents.
Great. Anything else?
No?
Okay.
You want to say goodbye to the people?
So remember, consistency over perfection.
Oh, for sure. Progress over perfection.
That's my motivational quote for the day. We're going to sign off. My name is Gregory, and this is...
His annoying friend, Anna.
We're out. Thank God.
Go change lives!
No, just stop.